This is a content warning. All episodes of Mysteries Unknown may include foul language, fantasy violence, blood and gore, and worst thing of all, sexual content. Listener discretion is advised.
Well. Looks like our 5 characters in this one-shot special are making their way towards the main event. What's going to happen next? Will the shenanigans still ensue? Let us find out what happens. So, y'all are able to do this with ease, as these Musketeer cops are just having a very confused talk among themselves, so they're absolutely not paying attention as you all make your way. Like, I'll just hurry out of there as quickly as possible.
And as soon as we're out of sight of everybody, I'll just set you on the ground if you want to shake that.
Kitsune just gonna look. It's been Kitsune the whole time. It's just an illusion. So Kitsune.
So I know I'm holding.
So you just carried a human this whole way.
She actually turned into a rat. That's what I thought.
Oh, did I? I thought it was just.
That's how I thought of it. It's up to you. Do you turn into the rat, or are you just putting on the illusion?
Into a rat. Sure, I'll turn into a rat. And then I'll just stand up on 2 legs and turn back into me. Yeah.
Like Peter Pettigrew style from Harry Potter.
Oh. Yes. And the way I turn back is I take my mask off and put it on top of my head.
Oh, I love that. I love that image. That's really cool.
I sit you down on the ground and just kind of look at you as you take off the mask. Oh, well done.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's like it's very similar to like Game of Thrones when they take off the mask.
Alejandro just gives you golf claps as kind of to say like good job.
You must teach me that.
Wow. I don't know if I know how to do it again.
I thought you were a rat the whole time!
Oh. Like before when we met? Like with the lady?
No, I didn't realize it was you.
Oh, thanks. I'm a very good actor.
Very good.
Thanks.
Tip-top shape. I'd like to do an interview on you later on.
One time, I got to play the tree in a high school production. Musical. Into the Woods. I was the tree.
You all are walking still towards you're going up this hallway towards this room right here, because it also has a doorway that goes into the group cells. And I didn't realize this until now. Y'all open the door and you step right into the police station armory.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
What?
Room 7 that y'all go up into right here. It's the armory.
No.
Oh, okay. I was envisioning we were going around the other way.
Yeah, we were thinking the opposite direction.
Okay, we're in the armory.
There's a door. There's a door from the armory that goes into the group cells right here as well. So that's why I said Scarlet could go down this way to get in there, and then since y'all were already going kind of this way, I was just going to have you all go up and around that way. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense. Yeah, I didn't realize there's so many entrances here.
That seems like a concerning design if there was ever a jailbreak.
All right, so. We're going to cut from the 5 of y'all's shocked looks on your faces. You enter this vast armory just full of guns and armor and all that. And we're going to go to Scarlet as she opens the door and walks into the holding cell area right in front of the jail guard desk. And you immediately stop as you see at the desk there's another officer that just kind of locks eyes with you. And his badge says Cassidy.
Oh!
I don't know if you know he's a good guy though.
Well, I'm just gonna flash him the switchblade and see how he reacts to it.
He sees the switchblade in your hands, and he reaches into his pocket and holds up a similar looking one.
Oh.
I just nod and keep walking.
Oh god.
And so he's gonna get out from behind the desk, and it's like, oh, thank goodness, our calls were answered.
Hi, yeah. I'm looking for the whole thing now.
He points right behind you, and you turn around and you see in the holding cells a single man in like a detective's outfit, and he's wearing his badge, and it says Marcus.
Oh, good old Marcus Cassidy.
Why haven't you unlocked him? Why, if you're standing guard, why haven't you unlocked him yourself?
Officer Cassidy just goes, this place is on high alert with everything going on. And this is what happened to us when we tried to speak out against it. We just had to bide our time and see what would happen. We couldn't do much at first.
Do you have the key to the cell?
He reaches to a keychain on his pocket and just hands it to you.
Nice.
Thank you, and I'm gonna unlock the cell.
Alright, so you unlock the cell, and Detective Marcus just gets up and he shakes himself. He's got a black eye from getting punched by someone at some point.
Oh.
And he's just like, oh, thank you. I can't thank you enough for saving us.
I mean, I have a team, but I don't really know what they're doing right now. Yeah, we don't need it.
Yeah, you say that, we cut to everyone in the armory probably just messing around with everything.
Do you hear a kerfuffle next door?
Sorry.
Officer Cassie's like, what was that? As he draws his pistol and heads towards the armory.
It's probably rats.
I feel like, as we're being in the kerfuffle, maybe Lance will open that door just to, check it out and, walk in on these people.
Kitsune, as you're doing that, Kitsune's trying to mess with all the guns, taking out all the firing pins.
Oh, I love that. That's also really cool. So,
I really hope there's not a true emergency in the city.
Lance, can you roll a Look Beyond the Mist roll for me? So,
Sure.
You only have one mythos, so roll +1.
Okay. Do I still do 2d6, right?
Yes.
Okay. 9.
So yeah, this mist rolls around, and you see this officer now wearing a Roman toga.
Nice. Haha! I remember you folks. How are you? Jeez.
And you also see his badge says Cassidy.
Cassidy, my good man.
Oh, you're so loud.
It's like, oh my god.
And Alejandro's gonna snap a picture of me and Cassidy.
It's like, click, click,
Smart
click, 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 click.
Oh my god.
This will be top page news. All right, where is the person we need to rescue?
He points behind you, and there's Scarlet and Detective Marcus.
Wow, I've done a wonderful job.
You really have.
This is going swimmingly for me. Great job.
Scarlet, do you hand the detective the switchblade?
I sure do.
As soon as you hand it to him, the mist rolls around him as well, and he's also wearing a Roman toga now as well.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
It's a total party up in here.
All right. Well, I think the work's done, right? We can go home.
You gotta kill the police chief.
Oh, we're doing that? I thought that was a joke.
I'm not here.
All right. Let's go kill the police chief.
Oh, and before you're all, Cassidy just reaches his pocket, pulls out a thumb drive, and puts it into your jacket pocket. It's like, that has all the files about what I was telling you about on the phone.
Ah, perfect. This will be great for my report. I love facts. But you don't listen. Who needs to listen when you're the greatest reporter? You just absorb the knowledge.
Oh, like the fact that we're supposed to kill somebody and you forgot?
Well, I was coming in here for hard-hitting news.
Okay, let's move on.
Enamored with Cleopatra.
All right.
She's a babe.
So, where to next?
Yeah, so, what is your girl's plan of action now?
Don't we have to,
We busted out the detective, got the dagger, so I think now
we go to his office.
Yeah.
we can.
Yeah.
stab him in the back?
So, are y'all just cutting back through the armory down that same way towards the office area?
I think we should go kind of the way I came, because there's less guard stations, musketeers.
Mm-hmm. The rat thing's only gonna work so many times.
Yeah.
Are there any cool weapons before I go in the arm?
Roll change the game for me.
Okay.
Any power tags? Wait, who's asking this?
This is Kitsune.
All right, any power tags you want to use towards it?
Okay, so tell me if I'm fully shenanigansing it. I'm blessed with good fortune, so I'd like to do that. And then I also have. Oh, I see why it was 3, because it was the daring tag before. That's okay. I'm going to do daring as a power tag as well, because it's kind of ballsy to take some stuff from the police. And then, do I hang out with a rough crowd in high school? Because I also have high school rumors. Or, better yet, someone I do karate with, maybe their dad's a cop, and I've heard about the kinds of weapons that they have.
Just because I like where you're going with that, yes, I'll allow it.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to use blessed with good fortune, daring, and high school rumors to try to find weapons for anyone in our group.
Roll +3.
Oh, I got 2 1s, so that's it's a 5.
Yeah, because you took all the firing pins out of them earlier, you have nothing. Everything's useless now.
Honestly, that's the best situation that could have happened with a 2.
You rolled snake eyes, really?
I did for real roll snake eyes.
That's hysterical.
That's terrible. Well, these are really good still. I'll take the other ones I just rolled. Okay.
Okay, so
We've had really good and comically bad rolls so far.
That stands to norm.
That checks out.
You're either fabulous or we're terrible. We're not middle ground.
So now there's 8 of you now, all heading towards the office, towards the police chief's office.
Not conspicuous at all.
It's a tour group. I will pretend to be giving a tour of future psychologists.
Oh, perfect.
There we go.
With the very famous reporter, 3 Men in Togas.
Can we
It's a dead person.
Can we pretend like you're doing a Scared Straight program with me and my family? Yes. That's what it is. If you don't shape the fuck up, this is where you're going, kid. Oh no! I will turn around my ne'er-do-well ways.
So yeah, y'all go up to the office area, and the 4 musketeers are still there having their confused conversation. They all turn to look at you as you're pretending to do this guide, but they all immediately see the Detective Marcus amongst the group. As they all draw their rapiers, and one yells, "Intruders! The alarm!"
Oh crap.
There we go.
All right. At this moment, Lance is going to don himself in his spectral armor, his shield, and his lance of honor by his side.
Lance is Lance.
Heh. All right, yeah. So yeah, you just don these.
Yep, getting these all on.
All right, is anyone else gonna do anything?
I will take out my sniper rifle.
Ready my sword.
All right. So I'm gonna say the alert. I'm gonna say the alert tag no longer applies as alarms start immediately blaring in the police station.
Love that for us.
Great.
Let's leave.
It's like, I got it. Let's leave.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess does anybody want to like try to sneak into the while we're fighting? Does anyone want to try to sneak into the?
You have good stealth, Scarlet.
But if I'm by myself, I can't do much. I don't have a foot blade.
And I'll say at the same time that this is happening, Officer Alvin's coming down the other side of the hallway as well to join you all.
Yeah.
We should just kill these guys and move on. Okay.
Yay.
Great.
They're probably corrupt too, so.
Yeah.
Just
Expendable.
Can I just shoot at a few of them?
Is this postmortem asking? I'm guessing. Yeah, it's gonna be a go toe to toe if you want to do that. So, and you're strong, and because they have stats effects for if it's a collective size. So you're starting off at a -1 for this being a small collective.
Okay. I'm also gonna just take the fact that you said that I have silencer on my gun, and use that in this situation just so we don't draw additional attention from people beyond these 4. But they did sound an alarm, but just so I don't hear like gunshots, so they don't know where we are specifically. I am going to use the Ion 9 Blast Sniper Rifle power tag. I use stealth again because like I'm not trying to alert.
No,
I'm using
that's not gonna work at this time. No stealth.
Okay.
That's all out the window now.
Then I'll use the Blast Sniper Rifle, marksmanship. I feel like those are the only 2 that I really can use right now. So yeah, that'll just give me +1.
Yeah, +1 for go toe to toe.
Alright. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, no 5s this time.
No whammies, no whammies.
That is a 9.
Okay, so you get to pick one of these 3 options on go toe to toe. You can manage to achieve your goal, which is kind of like take something they hold. You can get them good, which you give them a status of tier equal to power, or you block, dodge, or counter their best attempts. If you don't choose this, they can impose a status on you, and if they are a PC, its tier equals their power.
Okay, well my goal was to get some hits on them.
So you basically want to get them good to give them like a status?
I think so. Yeah.
Alright. So
Hold on. Right, I just don't know what status I could give them.
So I'll say, if that's the option, you just you quickly draw out your sniper rifle and you just let off a shot, and you get one of them in the shoulder that makes him drop his sword. So I'll say he gets so I'll say they have a shot 1 status currently.
Okay.
But at the same time, I now have to need you to roll face danger, because in retaliation, one of them is going to lunge at you with his rapier.
Okay. I don't do anything either.
If you don't have anything to add, it's just going to be a flat roll then.
Okay, hold on, let me...
I know it's her turn, but is there any way I can apply the helpful status? I know action economy is different with this, so I wasn't sure if I could take away luck from the other person.
Who's asking this now? Sorry, it's
Kitsune.
All right. How would you help?
The accent that helps. I'm going to try to use my grappling hook to tie them up when I pull the trigger.
Nice.
I'm gonna try to knock them over.
Okay.
Okay, so I can say in response, I'll Kitsune roll go toe to toe.
Go toe to toe.
To try to help stop this one from attacking her if you want. And
I do have a text that I'll add to my...
It starts at -1 because it's still a collective tree as a collective group, but with your grappling hook added onto it already, you're starting at it's now at 0, so...
Okay, I got a 7.
Did you add anything else to it, or was that it?
I was just going to I wasn't sure if I gotta use my normal voice to ask these questions. So I was trying to help, so I wasn't sure if I could I was trying to take away fortune.
Yeah, well, even if you add that, it would still count as a mixed success because it's below a 10, so... Because 7 to 9 is a mixed success, so... But on go toe to toe, though, you still get to pick one of these 3 options. Achieve your goal, get them good, block, dodge, counter.
I'm gonna try to get them good.
And this is, you're just tying them up, basically?
Yeah, or try to knock them off balance so they're
Yeah, so I'll say you pull out your grappling hook as this one other one is lunging at post-mortem. You shoot, it wraps around his legs, and the guy just falls flat on his face.
Perfect.
And how I like to do the stats as a say and miss is I stack them. So because the group already had a 1 status earlier, this now is a 2 status of clumsy. So they're
Okay.
at a clumsy 2 status right now. All right. Does anyone else want to do anything?
Are there still more people?
There's still there's 4 musketeers total, and the other 2 could still act as well despite their current situations.
I have a power tag that says force someone to relive their nightmares. Can I force them to relive their nightmares if we can just go away?
Who's asking?
Oh, yeah.
Who's asking this?
Amanda or May. I'm just gonna go by May.
All right, hang on a second here. So, are you wanting to do the mechanic of burning the power tag for a complete success?
Sure.
All right, but I do tell you the -1 for the collective will still take effect, so it'll be a 9 instead of a 10.
Is that still passes, right?
It's a mixed success,
It's
but
just you can't get like the
so
That's fine.
2 successes.
so you're burning force someone to
Sure.
relive their nightmares. Okay, so you burn that, and you won't be able to use it for the rest of the session unless you unburn it somehow. If that's what you want to do, are you okay with that?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to count this under a hit with all you got rule because of what you're doing. So you're automatically giving these guys a 3 status right off the bat, and then you get to pick one option from this list. You get to choose take cover, secure superior position, get them good, or get many of them, which increases the tier by 1. So instead of a 3, it will be a 4. You control the collateral damage. You hold the target's attention if possible, or you gain the upper hand. Take 1 juice.
Do the which one? I'll do that last one.
The one that gets it to 4.
Yeah. Which was
Oh, to get them good or get many of them to add a tier to it.
Yeah.
So this increases it from a 3 to a 4. As like this, what does it look like when you do this?
Just like a bunch of just a bunch of darkness and then a bunch of rats just come out of nowhere and just start crawling all over them with some bugs. Like just their nightmares. Their nightmares are coming to life.
They have returned.
Yeah.
So-
One guy is naked now. They're all their nightmares. He's naked now. He showed up to work naked. That's his nightmare. Another guy has to give a public speech. He's not prepared. He's not ready.
When his teeth
fall out. His teeth fall out.
And then one's just being descended upon by rats.
Yep.
So
So now you should transform.
okay, so the musketeers are actually an official stat danger in City of Mist. So you only need to give them a 3 status to completely incapacitate them. So you just these guys are overwhelmed by their nightmare as they all drop their rapiers and run away.
Perfect.
Yay.
So let's grab those rapiers and mosey on over.
When when they sounded the alarm, is it literally like a
Like
Yeah.
kind of deal. And so
Can we turn that off?
Do I see the alarmist? Can I shoot it?
Or just press the button.
Yeah, or not. You know.
Press the button with a bullet?
I'll say currently there's not like a place that would like shut off the alarm at the moment.
Okay.
So as this alarm's going off, and suddenly you see as the police chief's office door just bursts open, and you see the police chief step out, this tall, portly man, holding a very large Roman sword.
Oh. Not good.
I'm gonna try to disappear into the shadows in the confusion.
Okay, I'm going to need you.
Oh, that's Scarlet, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to need Scarlet to roll sneak around then. As this.
And can I add some tags to it?
Of course, you always can.
And easy to ignore. It's sad. Sure is.
Especially when you're really not.
Lurking and hiding. And just that.
Just lurking and hiding.
And easy to ignore.
All right, roll +2 then.
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you slink off, and no one notices you for the moment.
Perfect. while you're doing that, I am going to go into a long, unbreakable speech to try to distract this guy, so that people can get behind him, do whatever they need to do. And I'm currently still in my spectral armor and everything, so I look very mystical. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do to try to distract him. An unbreakable speech.
Okay, go toe to toe.
Go toe to toe? Okay. What do I add to this, or don't add?
Do you want to add any tags?
Yeah, look at your power tags.
Well, that's one of my power tags.
So you would add one.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Did you want to add anything?
But I'm also, I'm currently wearing my spectral armor, shield, and lance. Is that also power tags too?
Spectral armor, I'll say yes, not the lance.
Can I also do the saves my butt every time? So Alejandro's gonna have to be there to help me out.
Hyping you up.
Yeah, he's kind of doing like those hand gestures where it's like, there he is, kind of deal. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alejandro,
All right.
I'll say when your shield went up, Alejandro's got this like Squire-esque outfit now on as well.
Okay.
Giving him the old razzle dazzle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the old
All right. So is that gonna be +3 then?
Spectral, you said spectral armor, saves my butt, and then
And long H.
yeah, +3.
Perfect. Nine.
Yeah, he's like listening intently to you. As like, what's this speech sound like? I gotta hear what this is.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
What's his name again?
Caesar.
Is it Caesar?
Oh, he's not. His name's not Caesar. He's the Rift of Caesar.
Okay, so what's his name?
I honestly never gave him a name.
Whatever you want, Joe.
I've just been calling him corrupt police chief. Let's call him.
CP.
Hold on, I'm trying to think. What was Caesar's first name? I'm curious.
Julian?
Yeah, police chief Julian.
All right. Sir, your time as police chief is coming to an end.
Oh.
Police Chief Julian, for too long, the city of Mist. Is that what it is?
Oh god.
What's the city's name?
It's just a city. It's just a city. It's very vague on what this city actually is. It's just a city with purple mist.
Yes, for too long, the mist has been over our eyes and our hearts. For too long, you have countlessly made it impossible for people to live calmly and peacefully. For too long, sir, did you take what is not yours? For too long, did you break all of our hearts, all at the same time? Your time as police chief is coming to an end. We no longer will stand for this injustice. I am Lance Penneville Sullivan, and I will not allow you to go any further today.
So I'm gonna say, as the police chief is listening to you, the other three officers and detectives have snuck away with Scarlet into the shadows, as their appearances changed to Roman togas and the whole switchways they were holding turned into Roman daggers.
Yeah.
As they're sneaking with Scarlet in the shadows to get the police chief.
Sly dog, you got me monologuing, didn't you?
And another thing! I don't know what happened to our local Burger King, but we need to get it back.
Burger King.
I miss chicken fries.
They have those stuff.
So I always parody places in my games. So instead of Burger King, we're calling this the
Chicken Queen.
Chicken Queen. Yes.
The local Chicken Queen. I don't know why you got rid of it and put it in a door mart instead. Door
Mart.
The local police chief is directly responsible for two very different
responsibilities.
Yeah.
Also, there was also my town what the hell, where am I from? Lakeside Drive that's underwater. What happened there? I know something that you did. Another thing.
While this is happening, another thing.
All the
Does
potholes.
anyone want to do anything while Lance is monologuing?
While this is happening, Kitsune is going to try and I'm gonna try to attack Caesar while their back is turned, or Julian. I'm gonna.
Did Kitsune sneak off in the shadows too? I thought that was just Scarlet.
No, he's just gonna kind of sneak, like, while this is happening, he's just gonna kind of, like, slowly edge to the side, like very shifty eyes, looking around, sneak,
Okay.
stand.
So that's gonna be go toe to toe for you as well. What tags are you gonna use?
I'm gonna use, daring. I'm going to try to, I use my makeshift katana with the other guys. This is a different scene, even though we're in the same spot, right?
Yes, you can. I'll allow makeshift katana.
Makeshift katana and, blessed with good fortune. I'm gonna use those 3.
Roll +3.
9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, so go toe to toe. Hang on a second. If I know which of my 2 mouses I'm using here, so I hit the right page. Alright, so you get to pick 2 from go toe to toe. Achieve your goal, get them good, block, dodge, counter.
I'm gonna try to get the weapon off of them.
Alright, and then what's your second choice? You still have get them good,
Okay.
you still have get them good, which gives them a status of tier equal to power, and you have block, dodge, counter.
I'm gonna block, dodge, counter.
So you sneak in and you swing your katana.
Can I use a grappling hook to wrap around the sword and pull it out of their hand, and then use my katana to block, dodge, counter?
I'm gonna say no because you didn't establish you were using the grappling hook. But no, you slice off his hand that's holding the sword.
Oh, that's way more badass.
Smirden has just been standing in the center of the hallway, and she just smiles widely at him when she sees that happen.
And as soon as that happened, Alvin, Marcus, and Cassidy leap from the shadows and just start stabbing into the police chief Julian, just over and over again with the Roman daggers.
As they do that, Postmortem's gonna walk up slowly and continue smiling and just say, "I want you to know you deserve this."
She's taking it first.
Lance is obviously still speaking, but I feel like at this point, it seems in the movies where he's not looking at who he's talking to. He's like walking around telling the whole group, and so while that's happening, like
He's breaking the fourth wall.
people are getting killed behind him, but kind of like he can't even see what's happening behind him.
Yep.
And then he turns around and he's like on the floor.
I bet you're wondering how we got to this.
Yeah.
The police chief is just kind of staring in shock, and like as he's laying out groans of pain, as he locks eyes with Detective Marcus, and with his final breath just says, "Et tu, Brutus?"
There you go.
As he falls to the ground, dead and bleeding.
Yay!
So, yeah, you all have success. That's honestly, but game story wise, that in order to eliminate a rift, you have to follow that kind of rift story. And this was following the story of Caesar.
Awesome. Nice.
So you're all standing there, thinking, "Job well done."
What have I done?
Suddenly, the windows in front of you crash as gray canisters clatter in front of you, and purple smoke begins to burst out from them. I need everyone to roll face danger.
Oh god.
Should we do anything to that?
If you have tags, I want to hear them. So we'll start with hold on, going down the list that I have here. Let's start with postmortem. Tags for face danger.
Can't die, already dead, does not breathe. So if there's any like poisonous or like unconsciousness nature to this mist, it can't kill me, and I don't need to breathe, so I'm not going to be inhaling it. Let's see.
So that's what, 3?
Those are 2.
Okay.
And then I'll also say that as those canisters come in, I'll use martial arts to kind of jump out of the way. So that brings it up to 3.
Okay, roll +3.
Yeah, it's only an 8.
Okay, but you still are able to dodge out of the way, out of the range of the smoke.
6.
Kitsune.
I'm gonna parkour artist and nimble fox and try to get out, as well as using blessed with good fortune. I'm gonna try to jump out a different window and like land and roll.
Okay, so 3 for you as well then?
Yes, please.
All right.
And can I have daring?
If you add daring, I'm going to add, let's see, I'm going to add fragile as a weakness tag, so it's still going to be 3.
Okay. I'm so soft.
I'm so small.
7, 10.
You dodge out of the range of the smoke.
Yeah.
And let's see, next, Scarlet.
My leg.
So, do I get any bonuses since I'm in hiding still? I'm still in the shadows.
No.
Damn. Alrighty. I am going to try to follow Kitsune out the window. I'm going to use protection from the hood. God damn it. And the strength to go on.
Just 2?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh. 11.
You dodge out of the way of the smoke.
Great.
Mareed.
Alright, so I have always has an exit plan and self-defense training. Probably I can move quickly. And yeah, I think those are really the only 2 that's really going to be helpful with this.
Are we just totally bailing on the 3 detectives that just murdered him?
Go ahead.
They're good.
I mean, they're the murderers. We didn't kill them.
Didn't touch.
Ooh, 7.
She goes.
I'll say you dodge out of the way too, of the smoke.
Oh, thank you.
And last,
Right.
Lance.
Monologuing.
Come on, Lance!
I'm logging away.
Okay, so can I use my shield to match to like cover myself as I'm walking out of the smoke? And could I also use my power tag of a worn out leather jacket to cover my mouth?
I'll allow both of those.
Alright, so that's
clever.
+2. But I don't have much. You guys are very cool. I have a Mustang.
I don't have one. You can die.
I mean, you just talked to the man into submission. I think you're good.
Whoa, baby!
Okay, Lance, I want you to roll me a flat roll for Alejandro.
Oh,
Poor Alejandro.
Oh no, not my Sancho Panza. 8.
Oh, okay.
He dodges that with you, and then I'm going to do a single roll just for the 3 officers and detective.
Oh no. Well, you know what? Oh well.
Now they got a 6. So while you all dodge out of the way, these 3 are in this smoke.
Oh,
And
no.
you hear them start to kind of just like groan in pain. Almost
no.
as if their mythos is trying to get ripped out of them.
Oh.
I'm glad we all made it out.
yeah.
All right.
We live another day.
Okay,
Why?
so I'm gonna Okay, so whatever powers y'all used before, I'm gonna break this a little bit. Y'all can use those same powers again. I need everyone to roll the other face danger as they try to get out of the police station.
Okay. Side +3.
I jumped out of the window. Am I out of the police station, or do you want me to you mean get away?
Oh no, you all are still inside the police station. Is what I was thinking. Everyone is still inside the police station because the canisters came in through the window.
Okay.
Okay, so you would have collided with them if you tried to jump out the window.
I just jumped out like an interrogation window.
Y'all are you're still all in the area. Like the canisters landed just in those among the office desks. So y'all right in the hallway, between everything still. And now y'all go ahead straight towards the entrance to get out of there. But I need everyone to roll face danger again as you hear around you more windows crashing as more canisters leaking purple smoke are entering the building.
Alright, so now our goal is to try to get out.
Yes.
Yep.
So, same amount of power y'all used before. I'll let y'all do it again for another face danger roll.
I got a 9.
13.
Damn.
Hold on, you need to say who you are.
Still good, still good.
Yep, Lance got 9, postmortem got 13.
Okay,
For Scarlet.
okay,
May got 12.
And
okay.
we're still adding the same amount, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I only got a 12 because
Woo!
yeah.
Lance,
I got a 9.
flat roll for Alejandro again.
I mean 9. I mean 9. I can do 3 plus 3 plus 3.
8.
Okay, so y'all are able to outrun this smoke as it starts to fill the police station, as anyone else in this police station that had a rift in them starts to moan and groan in pain.
That really sucked for them.
You all,
Hey, we were supposed to.
here's the thing, you all burst out through the front door and are immediately met by 2 large SWAT vehicles. And several, and like a huge line of SWAT-like guys, just guns pointed at you.
We did just murder a guy in the police station.
Well, technically we didn't.
Okay, I didn't know.
Here's the thing.
While we're busting out. Oh, sorry.
You all are looking at this, guys, as these are all like staring you down. You see like these are like completely black SWAT vehicles. Everyone's wearing, these SWAT guys are like tactical gear with these large coats over them. You see men in like gray suits and hats. So the first thing you notice about them is you can't see anyone's face clearly. They all look like they're distorted. The second thing is that none of them are wearing like police, like there's no one's wearing like a police badge or anything. Like there's not a logo on these guys to be seen.
That seems not good for us.
Seems sketch. Feels sketch.
I
doubt it.
doubt it, but I would love for that to be the truth.
Okay.
No, she wouldn't have killed.
You see, there's one agent that steps forward. Y'all still can't see his face as he says, "Stand down and come with us immediately, or we will use deadly force."
I was coerced, please. I'm just a child.
Tell us who you are. I have a third clue. I'm gonna use it now. Tell us who you are.
Postmortem. How familiar are you with the underworld of the city?
Very.
Then you would be familiar with a certain word that has been rolling around by the rifts in the underworld. The gatekeepers.
Okay.
And this is City of Mist lore. The gatekeepers' main objective is to hide the rift activity from the sleepers of the city.
Okay.
Oh.
So there's been a bit too much attention drawn.
Yeah.
By this situation.
So yeah, there's the sleepers, the rifts, and the avatars. These are the 3 main kinds of people in this city. The sleepers are people with absolutely no powers. And so the mist hides whatever you all do from these sleepers. But if so much happens at once, it can awaken rifts in people.
Okay.
And so the gatekeepers' main objective is hide this from them, make sure no more rifts get made.
Okay.
So they are here to basically take you all in.
Do we go with them?
I mean, I don't want to die.
You all suddenly hear in the distance as a very flamboyant purple van crashes through crashes past one of these SWAT vehicles and like knocks and like as it spins around in front of you all like bumps like a few of the SWAT people out of the way. As it pulls up right in front of you, the side door opens up like one of those old school like sliding door vans. And one of the assassins from Queen Pachacha like waves at you. It's like, hurry, get in!
Aha!
Yes.
Onward! We hop into the van.
Yes, definitely jump in the van.
Island.
Yeah, you all look at who's driving, and you see a 12-year-old boy wearing like a racing jacket.
What?
I love it.
Speed race soon he's gonna ride shotgun.
Can someone make me another look beyond the mist roll for me?
9. Oh, I got a 6.
So yeah, you look at this and you can see that this kid looks like he's like aging, he's aging rapidly in front of you almost.
It's the time, like Father Time / New Year.
It's like It's like the kid looks around you, lowers his sunglasses, and this purple waist jacket works like, call me Ben Baby New. And then the door closes, and he guns it down the street as you all like fly against the back of the van.
W say baby.
Ben Baby New. Yeah, this is the rift of Baby New Year.
Yes.
And his thing is his thing is he ages faster than most people.
Okay.
Benjamin Button.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're all in this vehicle as he's racing down the highway, down the streets, and these agents and SWAT and gear and SWAT like guys get in their vehicles, and they're now all chasing after you now as well.
Crap.
All right. So I'll say with the rate that baby, this is now a car chase scene, and I will say that there's a distance of 2 between your vehicle and the gatekeeper vehicles.
I have a force field generator, so I could potentially put a force field around the car if other people want to like actually engage and like shoot at them or something.
Don't you have a gun?
I do have a gun, but I don't know if I can use both at the same time.
I have a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay.
What?
Come on, Lance!
Why have you not used this whole time? Wow.
I've been giving speeches.
Alright, so if you want to shoot, I'll generate a force field around.
All right, I'm gonna start shooting.
They can't shoot at us.
Okay, post-mortem, I need to change the game roll to create this force field around the car.
Okay.
Unless you want to burn it, so that way it stays around for a bit.
Yeah, let's burn it.
Okay, so that's change the game. You get 3 juice from it because it's like rolling a 7 with a power 3, complete success. So it's gonna take 1 juice to create the force field around the car.
Okay.
So shielded car, and then you still have 2 more juice. You can scale up the effect, prolong the effect, hide the effect, anything else.
Yeah, let's prolong the effect.
All right, and then you still have 1 more juice. You want to do anything with that? Ooh, you could hide it so that way that way no one can see it around the car.
Yeah, let's make it invisible.
Okay, so yeah, there's now an invisible, strong force field around this getaway van.
All right, Lance, you ready to open fire?
Yes.
So you open up the back door, and you can see like there's like 2 SWAT vehicles and 1 like almost like Men in Black-esque car that the agent that was talking to y'all earlier is in, just gaining up on you all.
Okay.
Can I bless us with good fortune and trying to think of how I would bless us with good fortune.
Are you trying to bless the group, or are you trying to bless Lance so that way he does better?
I was gonna do Lance or Baby New to get him to drive faster.
All right, so I'll say you don't have to worry about Baby New. Baby New knows exactly what he's doing. So
okay, I'm gonna help Lance aim. I'm just gonna like put my elbow underneath the shotgun to steady it and cover my ear.
I'm going to need you to roll change the game for that, unless you want to burn a tag to make it succeed. Your call.
Yeah, I'll burn it. So I'll stick around for a while.
Okay, so what status do you want to give to Lance to help with this? Because you have 3 juice now.
Steady aim.
Okay, so that's 1 tag. You're giving him the status steady aim.
And then scale up the effect.
Oh yeah, so he would be. So that just means he can hit more targets with his shotgun.
Right.
And you can increase. It says you can increase a status 1 tier per point of juice. So you can increase it from like a steady 1 to a steady 2 if you want.
Could I scale up the effect with a 2?
Well, no, it's a different effect. It's scale up the effect means greater area or more targets.
Okay. Well, I was hoping since you said I have 3 juice, right?
Yeah, so you did use 1 juice to give him the steady aim tag. Then you gave him the scale up, so he'll be able to do more damage with it.
But it does say there's a minimum of 2 juice.
Well,
to do scale
no.
up.
So on change the game, you get juice equal to power. Since you burn a tag, it's treated as a 7 with a power of 3. So you got 3 juice to work with. It's only 2 juice if you like roll like flat or whatever, and you get a 10 on it.
Oh, okay. So I will do 2 steady and 1 scale up the effect.
All right, so Lance, you're starting off with a +2 for this, and actually, I will say because of the distance between you and the car, it's actually because I said it was 2 between you all and the thing. It's going to be a -2 as well, since you're using a shotgun. So it's a 0 right now.
So it's what?
It's a flat roll.
It's a flat roll right now, unless you want to do anything else, tags or anything.
I mean, I'm using the shotgun, so that's a tag.
Yes.
And maybe Alejandro can save my butt every time. So if I, don't.
So he's got his arm wrapped around you to steady you, and from the kickback of the shotgun. That's what he's doing.
Perfect. So that's gonna be +2 now.
So he's like a riding, like as if y'all were riding a motorcycle. He's got his arm wrapped around, like, I got you, Mr. Sullivan.
Perfect. All right, let's try this. Here we go. Oh, I got a 6 and a 5, so that's 11 +2.
Oh, those are
13. Wait, no. 12, 13.
So I'll say that the gatekeeper agent in the men in black car in front of you sees you point the gun and swerves out of the way right as you pull the trigger, and the pellets from the shotgun fly out and hit the front 2 tires of both these SWAT vehicles. As you see them just flip and roll over on the street.
So do we no longer have anybody chasing us?
No, you still have the one gatekeeper agent in his vehicle, as he is now speeding up, and there's now a distance of 1 between you and Baby New.
Okay, I can conjure hunting weapons, so I'll conjure a rifle.
All right. I'm going to say something else happens. Kitsune, you look out like the side window to see, and you see a black hooded figure running along the rooftops. And what scares you the most is not the fact that this is a black hooded figure, not the fact that he's holding like 2 shiny sharp sickles in his hands. It's the fact that he's running at exactly the same speed as the car and keeping up.
Oh, can we go any faster, please?
So Baby Dude looks at you, and he's now like an adult man in his 20s at this point, and he's like, I'm going as fast as I can.
You're an adult, she's called Captain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start taking stuff and rolling down the windows and just throwing out like anything that doesn't need like a car seat. And, guys.
I think I still have my Lance of Honor, so he's close enough where if I try to swing my lance, could I hit him?
Well, first I want to see. First, I was gonna have Scarlett's gonna try to shoot at the gatekeeper car. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay. What tags are you using for it?
Conjure my hunting weapons. I always find my prey. I think that's it.
Okay. Roll +2.
9.
Okay, so this is also going to be a go toe-to-toe, so hold on 1 second. Achieve your goal, get them good, which gives them a status with tier equal to power, or block, dodge, counter.
Get them good.
Alright, so you let off a few pops at the... Wait, what exactly did you summon again? What weapon?
A shotgun.
So yeah, you let off a couple rounds, and you pellet this vehicle, but it's just taking it. And then, Kitsune, what are you trying to do again?
I was just trying to throw like things that maybe weren't tied down in the van to try to lighten our load to make us go faster, because in his mind that's gonna work.
This was basically like one of those like big old like moving vans that you could just load stuff into, but there was nothing in the van when y'all hopped into it.
He's gonna put down the seats that no one's sitting in, so it's more aerodynamic.
Oh, there's no seats.
Oh, damn.
We're just in like a loose van.
He's going to panic.
It's like I'm trying to figure. I don't know the type of van, and the phrase that makes me think about, I don't want to use because it's just really bad.
It's a box van.
Yeah, it's like a moving van. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Can I try to make illusory appearance and hypnotic trance to make a second van that is not invisible? It turns down like an alley.
Only the shield.
You're trying to make a second van appear?
So like it splits off like mitosis, and then one goes one way, one goes the other way, so no one knows which one to follow. It's a 50-50 shot.
This is going to be a stop holding back roll.
Okay.
And it's going to be a significance. So what you do is you roll plus how many logos themes you have, and you only have the one.
Oh, okay.
So, and I'll tell you this, so on a 7 through 9, if you get that, you have to mark fade, crack, and burn all the power tags on one theme. And on a 10 plus, you just mark fade, crack on one theme.
Okay. So sorry, say it one more time. I'm sorry, math.
So if you do a 7 through 9, if you roll 7 through 9 on this, you mark fade, crack on one theme and burn all the tags. So that means you won't be able to use those tags for like a session unless you unburn them somehow. And then on a 10 plus, it's just fade, crack on one theme. And then if you fail, you not only just not succeed, you'll still have to do the fade, crack, and burn.
Okay, I got a 7, so I'm gonna just do the Kaito. I'm gonna burn that one.
Okay.
So I won't have my school rumors daring or my best friend.
Yeah, so wait, which theme did you fade, crack, and burn the tags on?
The defining relationships, my Kaito.
Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, you're at this moment, like you're like fully going into your mythos powers. As describe to me how this looks. Narrate this for me.
So I'm starting to turn more into the fox spirit, right?
Yeah, the kitsune.
Full on like Naruto, like panting. The illusory tails are coming up behind, and like my eyes are turning red, and my nails are growing. And fangs, yeah, and fangs. Yes, I like that. Yes, I'm turning, and I'm just like panting and becoming more feral.
And then everyone just sees the outside as like a second car like splits off from this normal car and starts to go in a different direction. So here's what I'm going to do here really quick. I'm going to roll for both the gatekeeper agent in his car and for the hooded cloak figure to see how well they can discern. So the first was a gatekeeper. He rolled a 9, so he's still chasing after you all. And then at the same time, you see as the hooded cloaked figure races off after the other car.
Okay, good. Do we only have the one guy chasing us now?
You just have the gatekeeper agent still hot on your heels.
Can I? Oh, sorry.
I'll say for kind of comedy, he starts to speed up to try to close that entrance, and he's immediately bashed back by the invisible force field around the car, and he swerves a little bit to regain, and now there's a 2 distance between you all again.
Okay.
Perfect.
Can I use my shotgun again?
I'll say different opponent, so different scene, so yes.
Perfect.
And I'll say you still have like the steady 2 as well.
So I'm gonna add 2 again?
And plus, because it's a shotgun, still the -2, so still at flat right now.
Okay.
So, anything else?
Again, I'm gonna have Alejandro do the same as my butt.
Okay, so +1 still right now.
Yep.
And, wait, do you have a shotgun tag?
Yeah, I do too.
Alright, hang on a second. Yeah, so you're rolling +2.
Perfect. Okay. 9. 11.
Man.
What?
That's a good dice.
I know, those two are. I want to
What
roll
does
every time.
Lance say as he takes this shot? What does he say?
4!
What?
4! I'm trying to think of what he's saying. 4. This is for chicken queen!
And and you fire and hit the what, and immediately it just one of the tires just explodes as the guy like spins around just for a minute, but he doesn't roll over, and he just stops the car as you all in the van with Baby New zoom, off away. And then we're all gonna fast forward. You all are back in the throne room of Queen Cleopatra.
Nice.
As you all, this is like maybe the next day this is happening.
Okay.
So it's now after the Ides of March. And you're all having this extravagant feast. Alejandro's like donned in all this fancy jewelry, just glittering with golden jewels. I assume Lance's as well at this point.
Of course.
And so there's like a TV that's in the room, and y'all see on the news as the 3 officers that you helped earlier are like making a news story about how they are now in charge and they are going to clean up the corruption in the city. They also
But they were dead.
They also cover the okay, so no, this is actually part of the Gatekeeper arsenal. It's a mythos canceling basically gas.
Okay.
So basically,
I thought it was
if y'all had gotten caught in this mist, you wouldn't be able to use any of your mythos powers.
Oh, we're too slick for that.
We're too good.
And then the news report then cuts from that to saying, oh, and then it covers the newest report by Lance Sullivan, investigative reporter, showing
and we all cheer.
all the leaked documents, all the leaked files that were on that thumb drive that he had that he released to the public.
Turns out he actually is a great reporter.
Mystery of all.
Very good, good. Nice shot, Alejandro. A job well done.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. This was quite the adventure indeed.
Yes, here. And I shoot back some whiskey.
All right.
Kitsune's filling his backpack with gold.
Yeah. Do y'all want to do anything or just have any kind of conversation while y'all are here?
No, I think we're good. I think we
I think we want to get away from Lance.
Yeah. So he's gonna definitely dig up some dirt in all of our pasts.
Not mine.
What's to say he hasn't? You never know.
You can find my girlfriend for me.
Yeah.
You know,
Is she
do
dead?
something.
Is she
I don't
dead?
know.
She did.
but yeah. I mean, we smashed this, guys.
We did. We should
And
definitely
so-
do more jobs for more money.
So the camera pans away from y'all from that room out through that back of the bodega, back out, and we see on the rooftop the black hooded figure again as he just stares down at it. As he removes his hood, and imagine Bigby from the Wolf Among Us game.
Mm-hmm.
This is what he looks like as he sharpens his nails on one of his sickles, and he's like, "You will fear death soon enough, Kitsune." As he disappears into the shadows, and the screen cuts to black.
Oh no! No, we can't have the Big Bad Wolf and Little Red. That's not gonna go well for us.
Actually, this is actually a character I created. If you can actually see the artwork for him on my Instagram. This is my Cinemas version of the Death Wolf from the new Puss in Boots movie. That's right. That's the Rift of Fenrir.
Yes, you did say that. That's still badass.
That's
But
awesome.
That's a great.
I literally thought of this last night when I was working. I'm like, oh, this is kind of like his Puss in Boots kind of deal.
Oh,
Love it.
And
I am.
I'm really sad that I rolled so low. He got Snake Eyes too for his role to discern the cars.
Yes, the foil to me when I got my snake eyes earlier.
Because my scene is if he succeeded, he would have landed on the car with the sickles digging into the car, and he would just yell into the car, "Do you fear death, Kitsune?"
Yes. Yes, I do. Please don't kill me. Kill them.
All right, so we still have some time left. We're going to do something that's called geeking out after the credits. So, start with Melissa. What's your thoughts on the game?
I think it was a lot of fun. I think that So I see here it's like which character had the most meaningful interactions with your character this session.
You don't have to worry about those questions.
I don't have to worry about
That's
that.
more
Oh,
like
okay.
if we were doing case by case like questions for like people. I just kind of makeshift this where I just talk with the people about like what are your thoughts about the game? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Kind of deal. So yeah, don't worry about the questions.
I like the history aspect as a history nerd. Like, I liked that it was that you changed the names of like historical figures to make them like. I didn't pick up on. Was it Cassius? Mm-hmm. Cassian. I didn't pick up that was supposed to be one of the people that turned on Brutus.
I literally thought about that last minute. No lie.
That was really cool. I like the interweaving of history. Just as a nerd of history.
Well,
and
I did have the idea of the detective Marcus being like the Rift of Brutus. That was already planned, but then when I looked into like the assassination of Caesar, I saw and learned about the Ides of March and saw the other two conspirators that he had with him. That's where the idea of the other two officers came into play.
I think that's really cool. And I just liked that Lance seemed tailor-made to Joanna.
Yeah.
Like that seemed like that character was made for her.
It's like, yeah, we'll cut to you next, Joanna, just because Lance, how you played that was just amazing. Just golf claps for you for that.
Okay. Are you done, Melissa?
Oh yeah, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
I mean, overall, I think this game is a lot of fun. I mean, I'm not used to playing this kind of game with this. I'm used to playing D&D, so I like that, you really only have to use 2 dice. It's not very confusing.
Much simpler math.
And I do like that, even though we did the pre-made characters, I felt like I could connect with, obviously, one of them pretty well. So, yeah, I mean, it was a lot of fun. I like to monologue. I think I'm going to add more monologues into our own campaign.
Oh, no. I made a monster.
Yeah. Maybe one per session.
Oh, that's so a lot.
To make up. And Maria is do a monologue, though.
Yes.
I would say, yeah, she.
The scene with Lance monologuing to the police chief was awesome, and then I lost it at Chicken Queen.
I like that head back in.
We never know where the monologues are going.
She doesn't either.
Nope. Just come right out.
Yeah. All right. Lindsay.
Yes. So I enjoyed the tags, because it was fun to kind of figure out what we could do based on the tags, because it's not necessarily limited, but it made it easier to think up a situation. Mm-hmm. Whereas in D&D, sometimes I'm just flying off the seat of my pants and create a religion.
Yep.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think that's been one of my favorite things about when it comes to tags. Is just if you're able to use a good argument, you can use almost as many tags as possible. Like I have listened to people use up to 6 tags for one roll, just because that was something their character was made for to do. You built this guy as to be very persuasive, or you built this guy to be the ultimate fighter kind of deal. So it's really cool just to see the creativity that people come up with. All right, Bridget.
I was going to say, it's a different kind of strategizing than we do a lot of times, whether you're a spellcaster or more of a practical fighter. It's just a different way to kind of think about how you would handle certain situations, especially when it's kind of a mixture of combat and just stealthy strategic decisions. I also kind of liked, just for my character personally, I expected her to just be a terrifying badass the whole time, but the fact that I actually failed in a moment too, in a pretty pivotal moment, and then we had to kind of think on our feet. I liked that she was not just within that box of her stereotype the whole time. So it was fun to embody a character like that.
Which I think in D&D, if you you build a character to be okay, I have a plus 15 in intimidation, there's no way you can fail that intimidation, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because it leads more into people actually failing at things.
Right.
And going from there.
Yeah.
It's more realistic.
Oh shit.
That's kind of been how I see when people use the pre-gen characters. The pre-gen characters are made to they have this badass or crazy aspect feeling to them, but then the player themselves can play them just however they want. So it's really cool, just different personalities that they can give these characters. And plus, that failure of post-mortem in the events as Jinji falls through was the perfect way to introduce the 3 Musketeer officers. I thought that was really cool.
I'm just panicking, saying I was an exterminator.
But that was perfect because it led into my tags.
Then you want hairy baby.
Full on hairy baby.
All right, Amanda.
I really liked how everything was kind of based off of something else and just us slowly discovering and taking a guess like, oh, this character is from this story or whatever. That's just a really fun little Easter eggs to add different aspects to the characters. It was fun.
All right. I feel like I'm missing someone, but I don't know who I'm missing, nor did I already get through everyone asking that. It's like, yeah. And so this is really funny because I usually do all my sessions online, and then you all are literally sitting in the same room around the table doing all this. So that's
We all play together.
all right. And so you can just all kind of like just take the reins however you want on this, but like give me like, was there something you enjoyed about it, or something bad you didn't like about it?
I can't think of anything bad.
No.
It was just different than what we're used to. So it took a little adjusting, I think, at the beginning, just because like it's a different form of gameplay than
And we had to change the way we were thinking.
Yeah. Right. And I think like for me, playing Ivy, who's pretty like friendly and charismatic, and then switching to like
friendly.
horny.
Yeah.
But then just playing a character with such a flat affect by comparison, like that it's just a different game experience for sure. But I really enjoyed it.
I think my only like downside was that I could see all the new power tags I could have. And so like normally when you level up a D&D character, you don't kind of look at that while you're playing. So now I'm sitting here, I'm like, I want to be able to make gold.
Yeah.
Like, oh, everyone was so sneaky. I could move in the shadows. So it was like kind of motivating me to want to like level up. So I could get all these other cool things.
Yeah, I actually had a hard time trying to use weakness tags against y'all on this because just none of them really seemed fitting for what y'all were trying to do. So I couldn't really give y'all the weakness tags to level up because that's one of the primary ways to level up in the game. But
We're used to playing with each other enough that we kind of know how to strategize off of each other too. So that like gave us a little bit of an edge, I think, coming into this.
There are a couple looks and whispers of like,
Yeah.
yeah, so so the gatekeeper thing was also very last minute too because I was looking through stuff, and so another item that Cinemus offers is they have a thing called the Deck of Legends, and it's really just a list. It's really just physical cards of all the dangers that can be used like in a game, and they have 4 of them just for the gatekeepers. And I was looking through and I was thinking about it. I'm like, this would be something the gatekeepers would immediately be on top of once this happens.
Right.
So that's why Yes, that's why. Yeah,
No, Lance is not subtle at all.
Yeah, I put you all in like this false sense of security where you're like, "Yay, we did the mission," and then crash! The canisters burst through the windows.
well, I think all that comes with play that we were like, oh, and we're done with the mission. We did the thing. There's no dangers. Why would there be?
When like the world is bigger than just
PlayStation.
Yes, the world is bigger than PlayStation. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of like lore to like this history of the city with what goes on in it and all that because like you have actually like an Avatar council that like runs things in the shadows as well. So that's like really cool. So Cleopatra wouldn't be the only Avatar in the city. There's an Avatar of the boy who cried wolf, who's basically in charge of all the media outlets. So that would be something that Lance would like get to go against eventually at some point. Would like going against like just Lance going fake news.
Right. That would be amazing.
Yeah. So.
This was fun.
Yes, thank you so much. This was really cool. I've never played a different system, and this was like a really easy one to learn.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, and again, this is it's very introductory with like how you play because it's powered by the apocalypse and it's only 2d6, and so that's one of those things that's like it's easy to learn. I just love seeing just how like just bringing like UD&D podcasters into this and being like, let's see how they do. And yeah, the chaos and shenanigans did run rampant very well on this, so this was really fun to do with you all. Good. So.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for putting in the work. I know it's a lot of work, especially like with people that don't fully know the system. So we really appreciate you like giving us suggestions and guiding us. Yeah.
So this case has actually been in my back pocket for a while because Cinemus has like a case generator template that you can use to like try to come up with scenes. And actually that's where I came up with the idea because one of the things was the suggestion was It suggested like, oh, there's like an avatar of a queen out here, and then there's also corruption going on in the city. And so I immediately thought Cleopatra and Caesar. And immediately, of course, think of the Assassin's Creed Origins game. That's why the assassins got brought in too as well, because there was that whole dynamic between Caesar and Cleopatra in that game as well. So I'm like, this was perfect.
Yeah, I did.
It was awesome, and it was like a fun historical nod, rather than because a lot of these seem like they're like fairy tale based or like I don't know if you were Batman, but it felt like Batman. It's nice that you can pull from different things because I think we do that naturally as players and DMs.
Yeah, I was surprised at actually how quickly y'all caught on to like the history part that I was throwing in there. I wasn't expecting that honestly from y'all, so that surprised me.
Yeah.
We're mostly history nerds.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned Batman because I am creating a Batman version of this game. So where it's like the villains and the heroes also have powers as well.
Oh, very cool.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
But thank you again. This was awesome.
Yeah. Y'all want to talk about anything else before I close this out?
No, just, for your listeners, follow us on Swords and Sky Mommies, wherever you listen to podcasts, and Instagram and TikTok and
YouTube
and
I think that's what Patreon.
and Patreon.
yes. And continue to listen to this fabulous podcast as well.
And check out the City of Mist engine or the Apocalypse engine. It's really interesting and like easy, which is nice.
Yeah, so once again, you can follow me on Instagram at Mysteries Unknown under Mistunk Podcast, MISTUNK Podcast. If you want to reach out to me, you always can at mistunkpodcast@gmail.com. I usually on Instagram because I don't try to stay on social media that much just because the other ones are just toxic when I tried to get onto them. So I stay with Instagram, and that's where I loved it. So that's where I met these wonderful group of ladies. And yes, definitely listen to their podcast because I am really enjoying that. And Melissa, are you okay if I mention the thing?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That because they have done this, they are also giving me a chance. I will be coming onto their show as well at some point. So I will be taking part of their Farina. I want to say Farina for some reason. I want to add an extra A into it for some reason. Farina. I will be taking part of their campaign in Farina as the Tiefling Sorcerer Rory King. With the mysterious past and the long black ram horns that will crack your skull. So
wow! All right, stay tuned.
Yes.
I know, I'm like, oh great, this is gonna be an interesting combo with the Sky Mommies. But yeah, keep an eye out on for when that's gonna happen on probably both of our social medias because we'll be plugging it pretty well.
Yes, and we have, and I will say, I didn't say it earlier, but I will say it now, we did name this one shot in Sword and Sky Mommy fashion. So this one shot is called I Thought There'd Be Donuts.
That was a good one.
And there was none. All right.
Yep, and Noah's heart was broken this time around. So
Thank God.
Don't worry, we'll have plenty of heartbreak when you're on our podcast, I'm sure.
all right, so again, I am Hunter the MC with the wonderful ladies of Swords and Sky Mommies podcast. We hope y'all enjoy this one shot and have a fun time.
Bye.
Bye.
End of part 2. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Mysteries Unknown podcast. The background music you hear is from the official City of Mist soundtracks made by Son of Oak Studios. The content warning at the beginning was done by Ryan Bravo of Odd Loot. Any other characters and content mentioned on here belong to their rightful creators and owners. My name is Hunter the MC, and join me next time as we investigate the City of Mist.